collections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Scott back in the kitchen of the old curiosity shop, and I have a small haul to share with you of things that are new to the shop. Most of the things that you see are listed. There's only one or two things I'm keeping for myself, and I'll be sure to tell you what they are. The link to my eBay store, the old curiosity shop, is in the description box below this video in case you see anything you're interested in. Well, let's see what's here. First of all, you recognize this wonderful green hippopotamus, which I think I showed a little while back. He is made in Japan. There's a typical made in Japan stamp on the bottom. This dates to the 1930s. And he's crazed all over. And actually, sometimes this crazing was done on purpose. It was actually meant to be in the glaze. I'm not sure that he was produced that way, but some of the pieces made in Japan, the crazing is part of the manufacturing process. It was meant to be there. Again, probably not on him. The hippo is hard to find. I find the green frog in this same glaze often with that exact same importer's stamp on the bottom, made in Japan. And he's really good. There aren't any chips on him. There are two stress cracks right back there that are pretty tight. They do go through to the inside. That may have occurred by a plant. There are certain plants that if you leave them in a soft pottery piece like this, they'll actually crack the thing. And I see many of these cracked like that, the frogs anyway. But other than the cracks, the hippo is in good shape, and I like him. Yep, you can all fill in the blanks. I've told you about these so many times. It's a Hazel Atlas Platinite Gay Rainbow Milk Pitcher. They came in 4 different colors, and you could get them as a premium with Kix cereal. It is Platinite Glass, which was the milk glass made by Hazel Atlas, and that's the Fired On blue color. It's the first blue one I think I've had. Really good shape. Here's the dot pattern. Dots. I think they call this red rather than orange, and it's the little 401 bowl. Pyrex. Okay, here's a little unknown pottery piece. I don't know who made it. An American company. Just says USA on the bottom. There is a tiny little, about the size of a head of a pin, chip in the glaze right there. And if we turn it around on the other side, there's a slightly larger, that's just a bona fide chip right there in the piece as well. So 2 little chips on the bottom, but otherwise in really nice shape. That's cute. Could do something with that. I like that pastel color. That would be pretty at Easter time with just flower in it. 2 little stylized birds here. Again, I'm not going to try to name the species. These are made in Germany. Sort of looks like lusterware, but it's not. It's just a brightly colored enamel paint. And these little guys are cute. I think they have their corks. They do. A nice little decorative piece of glass here in blue and opalescent. There's no damage on it, and it's really pretty. What do you think? I like it. And I'm not quite sure of the maker on that. This I know is a piece of Fenton right here, and it's called the Daisy and Fern pattern for obvious reasons. This could be Fenton, but could be other folks as well. But this is Fenton. There's the Daisy and Fern pattern in a rose bowl. Opalescent glass, very pretty. There's no cloudiness to it, and it too is in really good condition. And while I'm down here on the floor, I'll spin over and we're going to do an honorable mention. That hasn't been washed yet. It's 4 pieces of a depression glass pattern that I never find. This is the first time I've ever found American Pioneer pattern of glass. So just a little sneak peek at 4 pieces of American Pioneer. I'll talk about that some other time. There's the Imperial Candlewick vase, which is back again. This time listed by itself rather than with the 2 little candlesticks. Now, this is the one that has the purple tint. Okay, so if you have other pieces of candlewick, this won't quite match because of that lavender color from it sitting in the sunlight. But if you can really see it there. I think it's beautiful just like that. I love how Art Deco candlewick is to me, especially with this vase. And I like it, just like it is. Now back here are some 4 cups and saucers, probably, well, this is restaurant ware, and folks call these cream soup bowls, but I guess in the restaurant ware business it's just when you get one of those little half cups of soup. It's Syracuse pottery, China, I'm sorry, and those are the cups. And then the saucers, it's a green stripe and there's a little bit of an embossed pattern on here. You can see that. There we go. Econo Rim, it's called. Syracuse Econo Rim. Nice shape. I think one of them has a tiny, and I mean tiny again, the size of the head of a pin. That's kind of my definition of a flea bite. I think anything larger than the size of a head of a pin, you really should call a chip. Now I can't find it. Where is it? Well, it's there somewhere. Anyway, so there's 4 of those. And then the things that I'm going to keep, 2 Philadelphia pieces here. I was thrilled to find this. It's a beautiful hand-tinted, as you can see, hand-tinted photograph in a period frame. I'll give you a close-up of the frame. And it's the convex glass, or bubble glass, which you may not be able to see from this angle. Of course, you're familiar with these. The glass does bow out here. And that's Independence Hall, which is down at, 5th and Market, 6th and Market, about 10 blocks from here, 8 or 10 blocks from where I am. And this is what usually is called the back side of it, with the statue of Commodore Barry right there. There was a huge celebration in 1926. America, the heat's getting to me. But the heat wave is almost over. It's only going to be about 78 degrees and cool rain on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. The sesquicentennial was celebrated in 1926, and the Liberty Bell went on tour. It was thrown on the back of a wagon and taken all over the place. The actual Liberty Bell. You wouldn't do that with it today. This may be a piece from the sesquicentennial, 1926. It is that era. It's when they were tinting things like this, and these types of frames were popular then. So this might have been a sesquicentennial souvenir from 1926. It certainly dates to that era. It's in great shape. I paid, I think, $9 for it. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And then this also is from the 1930s. I won't unravel it. I was studying it last night on the floor for about 2 hours. It's fascinating. The streets and the house numbers of all the houses in Philadelphia, showing parks and automobile routes. This was a fantastic find for me, obviously, because it was just a thrill to be able. So one of these days I'll open it up and let you see the inside. It's colorized and everything. But how meticulous was it to write all the house numbers down? And something I haven't had a chance to look through yet, but I'm going to sit down and enjoy myself tonight, is How to Work Wonders with Your Home, Decorating Made Easy with New Simplified Step-by-Step Methods. And this is dated 1950, right in the middle of the mid-century. I paid $1 for this. Traditional and modern homes. And here we're going to see what they're considering a traditional home with decals on everything and some what they would consider early American furniture and Dutch looking furniture. And then this would be the modern room, the modern mid-century furniture of 1950. So this is just, I can't wait. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so we'll put that down. Well, that's it. Now, stay tuned. Don't tune out yet, because I'm going to now show you some photographs that subscribers have sent me, showing me how they're using their vintage items in their homes. It'll just take me a couple minutes to show you a few photographs, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. Thank you everyone for watching the Old Curiosity Shop. I'm Scott. Thanks for watching. So long for now. Okay, well obviously she didn't get this from me, but that's elderly poodle with her head stuck in a Fenton hobnail cranberry art glass vase. That's funny. And I am so sorry, I cannot remember the name of the lovely lady who sent me this photograph. She purchased this mid-century coffee pot. She loves it and says that every time it's percolating, the sight, the sound, the smell reminds her of her mother. That is fantastic. Alicia, you did a good job. She purchased 2 jadeite colored lamps. You'll see it. There's one all the way in the back on the left behind the chicken with the glass lampshade. I love how she's using one in her kitchen, and she's using one in a bedroom. Look at that chalkware up there on the wall too. I love it. Love how she has split the lamps up and is using them in 2 different places in the house. All right, Sandra, up there in Maine, got the vintage nutcracker set. Works wonderful on those Maine lobsters. Boy, I'd like some right now. Here is Zach the cat, who seems somewhat disturbed that he is being photographed. And I think Zach, we're going to find out who Zach belongs to in just a second. I'm out of order. This is James. Look in there carefully. You'll see the lamp that James bought from me last summer. James, you missed your calling. I think you ought to be a decorator. I like how he has got that. And did you hear Salem? He just meowed and agreed. James, I like how you have it sitting there with that antique telephone and some vintage clothing on that mannequin. That looks really nice. Very nice. Here is Paisley the cat, who belongs to Kim. And we just had to throw Paisley in there. We had Zach up there a minute ago, so here's Paisley. Paisley is a fan of Salem's. Now, I think Ricky and Kelly are the parents of Zach, and this is that wonderful piece of art pottery that they purchased. I like how they're using that. I really like how they're using that art pottery there on the table. And I love the wainscoting underneath that staircase back there. It looks like some beautiful either chestnut or maybe quarter sawn oak. Well, this was fun, and it's fun to share photographs that folks have sent. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Okay, it's time for Salem to meow. So, Salem, it's your turn. So long, everyone.